Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So Dmitry Bivol defeats Craig Richards by a unanimous decision to retain his WBA light heavyweight title. All in all, I would describe this as a workmanlike performance from Dmitry Bivol. I was expecting a little more, to be honest. And as for Craig Richards, he exceeded my expectations. I actually thought he would get stopped in this fight mid to late rounds, to be honest, but he held strong and he certainly gave a good account of himself. So yeah, Craig Richards definitely did better than I expected. But yeah, pretty interesting fight for what it was. Like I said earlier, I really wasn't expecting this fight to be all that competitive. And to be honest, first 5 and 6 rounds, it really wasn't. You know, Dmitry Bivol was comprehensively outboxing Craig Richards. Bivol was applying more pressure than we're used to seeing. Not going crazy, just walking forwards with a high guard. Craig Richards was stepping back, kind of jabbing, but Bivol was catching these jabs on the guard, and he was coming back with his own jab to body and head. Real good accurate jabs from Dmitry Bivol in the first 6 rounds. Dmitry Bivol was also successfully hooking off his jab, which was catching Craig Richards, and occasionally Bivol would throw a combination like a 1-2-1, and he landed some good shots on Craig Richards in the first 6 rounds, and he was comprehensively outboxing Richards in those rounds. Richards landed the odd jab here and there, the odd right hand here and there, but he was really boxing within himself. However, as the fight went on, I would say after round 8 onwards, Craig Richards actually started to hold his feet a little more, throw more punches, up his punch output, and he started to be a bit more aggressive. And when he did that, he actually had some success. The 1-2, yeah, again, a lot of these shots were being blocked on the gloves of Dmitry Bivol, but at times, Craig Richards' straight right hand would pierce the guard of Dmitry Bivol and get through. He also started working the body in the late rounds against Bivol with some left hooks, and those shots were getting through. In fact, Paul Smith on commentary actually mentioned that the way Dmitry Bivol holds his guard means he's very open for those left hooks to the body, and Richards wasn't doing it in the first 8 rounds, but after 8 rounds he decided to work the body, and he certainly had some success when he was doing that. And he was just exchanging with Bivol a lot more in the last 4 rounds of this fight. Again, I'm not saying Richards won all of those rounds, but he was just a lot more competitive than he was, especially in the first half of this fight. And yeah, in the last sort of 3-4 rounds, Craig Richards definitely made Dmitry Bivol work a lot harder. Again, Dmitry Bivol still showing good defense, showing a real good guard, nice head movement. He was stepping out of range. He was still showing really good defense, but Richards was just making him work harder, and he definitely won a couple of those late rounds. But all in all, Dmitry Bivol clearly won this fight. He clearly outboxed Craig Richards, and it's on to the next one for him. A couple of the scorecards were way too close, in my opinion. 115-114 in favour of Bivol, way too close. And the other one was 115-113, once again, way too close. I think the kindest you can have it for Craig Richards is 9 rounds to 3 for Dmitry Bivol. I think that's the kindest scorecard personally, but there you go. Not surprising, is it, when an away fighter comes to the UK, that the home fighter gets some preferential treatment on the cards. That is what it is. It happens everywhere. But yeah, a much better fight than I expected. I actually quite enjoyed it, and we'll see what happens next. As for Dmitry Bivol, I mean, I want to see him fight the top light heavyweights. I know Eddie Hearn was talking about Gilberto Ramirez. I think that'll be a good fight for Dmitry Bivol, and obviously I'd love to see Dmitry Bivol fight the winner of Artur Beterbiev and Joe Smith. Should those guys fight, I want to see Bivol in these unification fights or against top contenders. I think he needs that step up fight now. At this point, he's been inactive for a little while. He's not really got the fights that he's been asking for. And yeah, I hope that changes in the next few months for Dmitry Bivol. As for Craig Richards, I mean, listen, like I said earlier, he did a lot better than I expected. And you know, he deserves a lot of credit for that. He's definitely improved a lot since that Frank Buglioni fight a few years ago. Maybe for Craig Richards, a European title fight would be a good idea. Or even a big domestic fight with Joshua Buatsi. I think that would be an interesting fight right now, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I definitely want to see Craig Richards again. I thought he really gave a good account of himself. And as for Dmitry Bivol, I just want to see this guy get one of these top fights. So like I said, Beterbiev, a Joe Smith rematch in a unification, Gilberto Ramirez. These are the sort of guys I want to see Bivol in with next. But there we go. Share your thoughts below. It's been your guy Delboy. Peace.